Hello everyone, here I will show you how to make changes on a design using a logo of your choice. After you have downloaded the zip folder, you can open it and select the logo design that you want without extracting anything of it. You just leave it this way. For our example, I will pick one that can be a little difficult for this tutorial on how to edit your logo. So I'll take this one because the shape is not straight and the color here is not even. So I'll go and save it on my desktop as Project 02. Then I will open Inkscape. So now that I opened Inkscape, I import my templates. Its name is Project 02, so I'll just select it. I leave the default settings, which are always like this, and I just click OK. I see that the picture is larger than the frame, so I'll press Ctrl plus Shift plus D and I click on Resize Page to Drawing or Selection. Then I just close. There is no Save button. Then the first thing to do is to work on the templates. Here I see that the background is not transparent because I don't see the other dimensions of the frame. So I need to remove the background. I click on Path, Trace Bitmap. I check colors and I make sure that all these boxes are checked. Here to remove the background and here to see that it applies on live. Then I click OK and I remove the window. Now I move the template and I see that I have duplicates. It's because I took a colored layer with the previous operation. I just removed the original by pressing delete with my keyboard. So now I need to separate the letters from the logo by drawing a customized shape with this tool. I click around it, I follow its shape by clicking around it, and if I'm ever mistaken, I just press Ctrl Z to revert back. And if it insists like this, I zoom in to be more precise. The more I zoom in, the more precise I am. Then I continue until closing the drawing. Now it's time that I start the separation or the cropping. I click on the cursor for selecting all the objects. I press Ctrl at the same time. So to remove everything else, I click on Objects, Clip, then Set. I remove my object, but when I click here, I see that there is still one object. I repeat the same process for cropping this image. I select the desired object. The object here is the logo, so it's the one I will cover with the rectangle. So to remove the previous one, I select it this way. Then delete on my keyboard. I go to Object, Clip, then Set. Since I have several layers, I will have to repeat the same process until my shape is alone. This way you can also master how to crop pictures using Inkscape. Keep in mind that you create an outline around your desired objects. You click on everything around it to tell your software that all you want is what lays under the shape. Now that I'm done, I can proceed with the rest. I will add my text. For example, Novanet. This is just a random name that came to my mind right now. I will double click, then I'll change the font. As I have a preview, so it makes my selection easier. I see that this font doesn't allow the bold style. I will change the size, but it's not necessary to change it from here. I will go and add some space between the letters by using this feature to make it look elegant. Or I'll pick a bolder font for right now to make it look proportional with the template. I can still change it anytime. To give it the same color as the logo, I will click on this hidden feature and I select the dropper and pick the color from the logo. But we cannot keep the orange just in case anyone else picks the same picture or the same logo, while you want to have a unique logo design and not look like any other competitor or something. I click on Objects, Fill and Stroke, then this box pops up. I'll add this little effect to make it gradients. Then I pick a color using the fill bounded areas here. I will add the gradient effect because I lost it. I'm still not very satisfied with this output. I'll click on it to duplicate it. By clicking on Ctrl+D, now I have a duplicate. You can be however creative you want when it comes to design. If I can't be any precise with my mouse, I move it down with my keyboard by pressing an arrow up or down. Now this is more precise. Then I pick a different color for the new layer. You can see that I'm so attracted to the orange color. I repeat the same process by adding the radiant effect. I can reduce the opacity here. Now that I chose this color, I will reshape the text. I press Ctrl while resizing it, otherwise I will distort it. I can close this window, but before I can use the dropper to apply the color that's on here. Now I can place it around here. If I want to tilt it slightly, I just have to click on the angle like this. Now I can still change the font. This one looks nice and a little bit better to my taste. In order to export it, I first resize it to the drawing by pressing Ctrl+Shift+T so that it doesn't have useless space around my logo, even if it's transparent. Finally, I will export it. I'll pick the folder of destination. I can rename it. I make sure that everything looks correct. For me, it should be drawing or selection. Then I hit export. I have the PNG format of my logo. Now I need to keep my logo created on Inkscape if I ever want to make changes later. I'll save it. I make sure it is SVG. I choose my folder if I want. Then I can hit save and here I am. This is the format that you'll need if you will make changes later. We are done. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.